there, fellow reefers. Welcome to another video. Today I am going to go over the equipment that I use to keep my reef in tip-top condition. First, let me give you some details about the tank. It's 48 inches long by 20 inches front to back and 21 inches high. Nitrates are about 5 parts per million. DKH I keep between 8.5 and 9. Calcium at 440. Magnesium at 1350. This is a heavily stocked tank with 17 fish. I have 2 or 3 tangs in here. Please, I know the tang police, but I have no problem rehoming fish once they get too big. And I live in Brooklyn, New York, so there's no shortage of reefers that are willing to take fish. Or my LFS is Manhattan Aquariums, and I have a great relationship with them, so I have no problem bringing it back to the LFS for credit or for something else. So yeah, yellow tang, Nassau tang, blue tang, please don't, please don't give me crap for this, but let's look at the equipment that helps, maintain those low parameters while keeping such a heavily stocked tank. So first, the tank is lit by 2 Radion G4 Pros. I like these. I moved on for my Kessel AP700 because I needed a second unit Kessel for better coverage, and I just didn't trust the Kessel software. What you're looking at is a screen cover made from the BRS screen cover kit. I made it in 3 sections, so I didn't have to remove the entire thing for feeding, so just the middle section is really removed for feeding. I think it came out well. Usually for the first probably 9-10 months of this tank, I didn't use a screen top, but I had some flasher wrasses and a couple of them jumped to their death, committed suicide, found them on the carpet. So I wasn't exactly happy with that. So that's why I, bit the bullet and did the screen top. I eventually changed the Radion, turned them front to back. What you're looking here is they're running kind of traditionally where they're, side. But I changed them a little bit and, turned them sideways for better coverage front to back. And I'm actually thinking about adding a 3rd unit. So I'm on the lookout for those tank closing down sales where I can get a 3rd unit, maybe one of the smaller units to put in the middle for full coverage. Here is the unit turned sideways. I get less shadowing on my SPS with the unit turned this direction. The tank is monitored and controlled by the new 2016 Apex. It did have some bugs in the beginning, but for the most part, these have been ironed out. Parameters are kept stable by 2 Neptune system DOS units. I did not buy these new. It would have been a lot of money, but I'm on ManhattanReefs.com a lot, and I saw a couple of guys were having those leaving the hobby sales, tank breakdown sales, and that's when I got a great deal on these. Here is my main sump area, and the first thing I want to point out is my main Refugium. You see it on the right? It's fed from a manifold where my return pump, a Vextra M1, is kind of split. That feeds 3 different things. So this Refugium doesn't do much in terms of nutrient export, but it does grow a lot of pods. And the output for this Refugium goes right next to my return pump. So theoretically, and hopefully, the pods that get, washed up in my Refugium goes directly to the display tank to feed a red dragonet that I have. The skimmer I'm using is a Skimz SM 163 DC skimmer. Now, I came from a Vertex Omega 150 skimmer, so if you're comparing the build quality of Vertex to the Skimz skimmer, there is just no comparison. The Vertex is a lot better, but the Vertex uses an AC pump, and the tank is in my living room, and I just couldn't, the noise, the rumble, I did a lot of things to try to silent the pump. I did a silicone pad, I did a lot of things, but I just couldn't get it silent enough. So I moved to the Skimz DC Skimmer, and it's a lot quiet, and I am absolutely happy with it. Another plus is that BRS does warranty for the Skimz skimmer. So if you ever need a skimmer cup or a pump, BRS can get it to you. You can get it from BRS and get it in 2 to 3 days. So that makes me feel a lot better. I'm running Carbon and GFO. Carbon is run in a BRS Mini reactor that I change about every 3 to 4 weeks. GFO is I run the BRS high capacity GFO, and I run it in an Aquamaxx skimmer. So one of the manifold feeds both. Very easy to change, very easy to clean. You see the filter socks there at the bottom. That's from the output of the GFO to make sure no GFO gets in the tank. But with the Carbon, with the GFO, and with the skimmer, what you're seeing there is a couple days worth of skimmate. I empty the skimmer once a week, but along with the vinegar dosing, 25 milliliters of vinegar a day. That keeps my nitrates at 5 and keeps my tank, running healthy, clean, and I'm really happy with how the tank is progressing. I live in an apartment in New York City, so in the winter when all the windows are closed and you can't really open the windows, I have issues with low pH. So I did purchase the BRS CO2 scrubbing kit, but the media is just so expensive. It's $50 for one of the jugs, and I go through it a month, and another $50 a month on top of what the tank costs, which is too much for me. So I ended up just running the skimmer line to outside, and that works just as well, if not better, and no media to replace. Hey, thanks for watching. If there's anything I missed or any piece of equipment you want me to cover, just ask it in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer. Thanks, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.